Armanda Familetti. When is a summer camp not just a summer camp? When it's Camp Herrlich, 156 acres of fun-filled activities for kids of all ages. And tonight, my guests are going to tell us all about Camp Herrlich and how everybody can enjoy it. Welcome, Jessica Venacoro and Scott Riches.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
I'm so glad you're here. Camp Herrlich is such a great place. So Jessica, we'll start with you. Okay. Tell us about Camp Herrlich and what you do there.
Great. So I am the Associate Executive Director at Camp Herrlich. I started 13 years ago as the Program Director. They kind of tapped me for my social work degree and my experience working with kids and in schools, because we have so many programs that coordinate all of my skills. So I turned from the Program Director into the Senior Program Director and now the Associate Executive Director.
Oh.
So I supervise all of the programs. I train staff. I'm actually a New York State certified trainer. I coordinate with a lot of our partnerships in the community. I'm a member of Carmel Rotary. So we work with agencies throughout the county on making the kids' lives better in the county.
That's terrific.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us the story of Camp Herrlich. You said there was a really interesting
There's a story. Yes, there's a story for sure. So Wilbur Herrlich was a 12-year-old boy back in 1922. His family owned the Herrlich farm, where we are on that 156 acres. So they raised sheep and they did farming. And in 1922, Wilbur Herrlich got appendicitis and died as a 12-year-old boy. But his dying wish was that kids from the city could come up to the Herrlich family farm and experience nature and get away from the city and see the stars and listen to the frogs every summer.
How did he know about kids from the city? Was this a summer place for the Herrlichs?
Well, I think they were involved pretty seriously in the Lutheran church, the family, and they had Lutheran social services back then. So there was some connection with Lutheran social services, and that's who the family bequeathed the farm to LSS.
So
back
nearly
in the
100
20s.
years.
Yes.
And so hosting campers every year. We're talking about thousands, right, of kids?
Thousands every year.
And kids still coming up from the city and local kids, right? Can you tell us about that?
Exactly. And talk about our city.
Yes, so in the summer we run multiple programs. We have our day camp, which is kids from Putnam County and other areas too. And our sleepaway camp is predominantly kids from the inner city of New York. There are local kids that come also. So we have kids that are all mixed together from all different backgrounds and places in New York. And we do have kids from Connecticut and New Jersey come up for sleepaway as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the summer you have a sleepaway camp and a day camp.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So as I said in the beginning, it's a year-round camp with year-round programs, which I was surprised at when I heard that, and people here on the crew were surprised to hear that. So you got to get the word out, and that's what we're going to do today. So Scott, tell us, you're the year-round director. Tell us what's going on there all the time.
All right, so we have weekend retreats. We have the properties available for people to rent it all year round on the weekends. So we have church groups, women's retreats, Boy Scouts that rent the property. We have after-school programs that we run across Putnam County and into Dutchess County as well. So we have all of those. We run vacation camps for when the schools are out, so in the winter and in spring. We have a probation program with Putnam County, and
what does that mean? People are on probation, come to the camp?
So we have a program with the local schools, and they refer children to us who have maybe a tough time at school or are struggling outside of school, and they come and learn about farm life with myself or outdoor education and things like that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. So a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So you were kindly, you gave us some photographs of what's happening at camp. So we can bring those up now and we can see what happens at Camp Herrlich year round, right? So, okay, so that's what's going on there.
So we have 5 before and after school program sites at Carmel Elementary Schools. Kent Elementary, Matthew Patterson Elementary, and George Fisher Middle School kids actually come to Camp Herrlich.
Okay, so they go to school all day and then they get on a bus and they come to Camp Herrlich?
The elementary programs are actually at the elementary schools. So they have before care from 7 to 9 a.m., then they do school during the day, and they stay at the school for after school. So those kids were doing a drive for a local women's shelter. So they collected toothbrushes, they collected toiletry items, deodorants, care items like tissues and magazines and things, and that was right around the holidays.
Okay, so we're just going to call for the slides as we need them, and I seem to remember a slide of people doing things out of doors during the winter.
Yes.
So what's going on there out of doors during the winter? I saw some kids with sleds.
Yes.
And
Well, the George Fisher Middle School kids come to Camp Herrlich after school for their after school program. We also have vacation camps that run when the kids are off of school. So if it's like winter break or spring break or February break, we run a program. And if we're lucky, we have snow because we have this mega hill by my office.
You have a big hill.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. So from my office all the way down to our lake. How long does that take to get on the sled? It goes like that, but it's huge.
Yeah, but it takes us a long time to sculpt it, but it's incredible fun.
I guess that's your job, right?
Yeah, I'm out there with a shovel doing
I kind of guessed that from the way you said that.
And then I'm the guinea pig. They're like, Jessica,
oh, they send you down first. Well, that makes sense. You're the associate executive.
Gets to have the fun.
They can't send the executive director.
No,
They have to
certainly
send-
not. I need to keep it safe for the children.
That's right. They have to send you. So we have more pictures. Let's see some more. Now, were those local kids or kids from the city? Who were those kids in the sledding picture?
Those were our after-school kids. So
From local
the
kids.
Carmel schools. Yeah, we work in the Pauling
Now
schools
look at
too.
these beautiful young ladies.
Oh yes, Elsa's. We had a couple of Elsas that summer. That is summer day camp. Oh no, I'm lying. That's
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
We actually do Halloween in July too.
Oh.
So that's why I got a little mixed up. But that is Halloween. And that was at our Matthew Patterson Elementary School program. Our site directors at each site make really great event type programming for our kids because we want every program to feel like camp, even if it's at their school. So we want to bring the camp spirit and the camp energy to the elementary school sites.
Okay. And during the fall and the winter, I saw you had the sledders.
Yes.
Are kids coming to camp after school, or they're mostly on site at their elementary school?
Yeah, if they're in the elementary schools, then they are in the schools themselves, and if they are from the middle school, George Fisher, then they come. They're bused to the sites. So
Okay.
we have them all year.
So it's just in the town of Carmel or Brewster, Kent?
Yeah, it's George Fisher
Cold
Middle
Spring.
School. George Fisher Middle School specifically. We have we work with Carmel schools and we work with Pauling schools for after school.
Okay.
But we do have our outdoor eds.
Yes.
So we have kids from all over the
Who are these
tri-state
eds?
area. Who
Eds.
are these eds?
Exactly.
Outdoor Edwards.
Where are these eds?
Yeah, so leading up to the summer, starting in around April, we have our outdoor education season, which runs for about 2 to 3 months, right into the middle of June, where we have schools coming from New York City, we have schools from Newburgh and from Putnam County that come to the property for usually 3 days. They do 2 nights and 3 days with us, and they do all outdoor education programming, learning about pond ecology and pioneering and orienteering
Tracking.
and all that kind of stuff.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a really hands-on learning experience for them because it takes what you learned in the classroom and you actually get to do it. You get to get in the mud and take samples, and it's awesome.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love the mud.
Me too.
So where do they stay? Are you guys putting them in little tents outside in the rustic?
So normally if
We are pretty rusty.
They have to
Yes.
make their own fires.
Let's
and-
not.
In the summer,
Rustic.
we have a whole load of cabins, wooden cabins. They are closed down during what we would call our off season, so winter into spring and fall. But we have 2 main buildings that people can stay in. So we have beds in there, and we have
Actual beds.
Real
actual
beds.
bunk beds, and we have a big log fire in our main dining hall that they sort of will spend the evenings around, and yes.
Running water, Wi-Fi, showers.
Oh,
Yes, it's not that
It's
rustic.
not that rustic. We are really just right off 84. So
It's like hotel camping, which is my favorite.
Oh, yes.
Camping. Let's go back to our photographs. What's happening here?
Oh, that is one of our after-school clubs, and that one's at Kent Elementary School. We run as part of our after-school programming, we run enrichment clubs. So that was science. They were learning about, they were making little lava lamps, which is really fun. And so we do 3 rounds of clubs. We do a fall club, winter club, and spring club. And they get different experiences. So we get yoga teachers, we get basketball coaches, we get science people, we get art people, we do culinary creations where they make cool things out of food, learn how to carve fruits and all of that fun things.
That's
we did movie
cool.
makeup where they learned how to do cool face paints. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so and I assume that you charge something for this. Tell me about your fees and your scale and.
Yes, for sure. So the clubs are actually included for anyone who's registered in our after-school programs. So if you're already registered for that day and you want to do the club, that's awesome. You can just do the club. If you are not registered for that day, we welcome you too. There's like I think it's 90 to 120 per club based on how many weeks it is. And we always have financial aid available for people that need it.
That's right. So you guys are a nonprofit.
Yes.
So you offer scholarships based on need, and then of course you accept donations from the public,
Yes, we
right? And what about volunteer opportunities? People volunteer with the camp as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we have all year round, we have various times where we need support working with children. So we do have some of our local 14, 15-year-olds that will come and help us out and offer assistance. We also run a work weekend where we kind of get the property ready after like the winter, ready for the summer. So we have probably 20 or 30 people that volunteer, help us chop wood and paint things and get the property looking, really pretty. We have people that volunteer for our fundraising events that we run throughout the year. And
Scouts.
Eagle Scouts. We usually have a couple of Eagle Scout projects done on the property every year. This year we just had a big high tunnel greenhouse built and irrigation system put in for our garden.
What's a high tunnel greenhouse?
It's a really big 12-foot high, long, 40-foot long greenhouse that you can grow tomatoes and
It's like a big
potatoes
arch. It
Oh,
and-
looks like it's
that's what
Yeah.
it's called,
Yes.
a high tunnel. Okay. Is
I
that a
asked the same
British
question.
thing? Scott, you
No,
call
it's
it
not
that
a British
in Britain?
thing. No, it definitely is common everywhere, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure by now people have noticed you don't speak like the rest
Yes,
of us.
but I did just say tomatoes and not tomatoes, so that's quite an impressive achievement.
Well, and I
Did
didn't
you do
even
it on
pick it up.
purpose?
Yes, I was trying to
Oh.
Americanize my speech.
Oh,
Dumbing it down for us
Isn't that?
Americans.
That's so nice.
Yes.
Now, can you speak with an American accent?
No.
Not, you don't even want to try?
No, that just wouldn't be a good idea.
Okay.
I love our relationship with the Boy Scouts. It's really great because we have a lot. We've worked with so many kids in the area that as they go through their Boy Scout programs, a lot of them want to come back and give back to Camp Herrlich for their Eagle Scout projects.
Oh, terrific.
So it just gives me the goosebumps.
So let's see more photos because I know
yes.
we have plenty more. Oh, who are
Oh,
these two
yeah.
husky men?
So as you saw in the other picture with the kids with the baskets and the bags, that was a drive for the Women's Resource Center. But this one is actually for the Highway Department. It was back when there was a really heavy snow winter. So our kids they collected and donated supplies for we call them plow packs for the plowmen.
Oh,
So they put
nice.
in magazines like bottles of water, snacks, tissue packages, lip balms, things that they might need when they're
Hand
out for a long
warmers?
hand
Yes.
warmers, exactly.
And toe warmers. I
Yes,
hope,
I
too.
think that we got a
'Cause
couple
those
of
guys
toe
are
warmers.
cold. And
You're probably
that
using hand
was-
warmers on your
Yes.
that was so nice. So we saw one photograph already of kids putting together stuff for shelters. We saw this. So you're helping the kids become good citizens,
Yeah.
right?
And give back to Putnam County too, just because it's all interconnected. If you can teach the kids these skills now, they're going to carry them with them their whole lives. They're going to know how it feels to do something for someone else and want to keep doing that.
That's terrific.
Yeah,
That's
we
great.
try.
More photos, please. I know there are more. Woo, that's beautiful. What's going on?
So this is a girl from our sleepaway camp from a couple of years ago, fishing off one of our bridges. So we are blessed with the 156-acre property that is incredible. We have a lake that we use for swimming and frog catching and fishing. So this is a picture of her, sort of looking out upon the lake and fishing away.
So what if she caught a fish? What would happen?
So we are a catch and release program. So usually we get it out and take it off the hook and get a nice photo with it and then put it back into the lake.
That's
She
why we
can-
have 5-pound bass in this lake. I
Yes.
am not even kidding you.
Yeah.
They're giant, and they
Oh.
catch them with like strings and sticks. Like you tie a string on a stick and put a hook on it, and they're catching
Yes.
5-pound bass.
You're kidding. They
Not
don't even
kidding.
have real rods.
They
Most
don't
of
work
the
as
time.
well.
Most of the time, just go real rustic.
Yeah.
And as part of the process, the kids go out into the woods, find a stick, they find the worms, and then we just tie a bit of line and a hook onto it, and they're good to go.
Okay, well, my husband will come and volunteer because he loves to fish.
Oh,
you go.
awesome.
And he loves to catch 5-pound bass.
Yes.
And he gets them back as well. Well, I assume that's true for the frogs. You said there's frog catching.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
we try
haven't
and catch
heard
and
of that
release.
sport. Is that a big sport in England? Is that a British
No, not in
sport?
England. I didn't really discover it till I came here, actually.
I didn't know it was a big sport here either. And then you just released the frogs as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, more photos, please.
Good for photo opportunities with the frogs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's like you
Yes.
get a fish in one hand and
And
a
a frog
frog
in
in
the
the
other.
other?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know we have more, and any minute it'll be coming up. Oh, that's interesting. This looks like it maybe needs a CG. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's a little, I don't know what to say about that photo. What's happening
So
there?
as I mentioned before, we partner with organizations all over the county. This is the Hudson Valley Llamas. They are a nonprofit organization that rescues llamas and alpacas.
So one of those people is a llama. Is that what
One
you're
of those people is a
One of
llama.
them.
I will let you decide. And that's actually Doreen. She was our longtime site supervisor for our middle school program.
okay.
But they bring llamas, they do llama presentations, and then you get to feed the llamas and get llama kisses.
Llama
Yeah.
kisses. See, I thought llamas maybe spit at you, but they don't. They
They-
kiss you. Oh,
They
can,
do, but not these. These
Yeah,
haven't.
we haven't had an experience of
these
that.
are really sweet llamas.
Very
It was a
nice
nice-
llamas.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I
Well
think
trained.
we have more photos. We can just keep bringing those up.
Yes.
Okay, so these are kind of the regular activities you'd find in a camp, right?
Yeah,
So
so-
you've got basketball.
Yeah, this is definitely summer. Basketball and soccer. We do all the sports
that
that you
looks
can
like
think
a
of.
very small soccer player. What are the
Yes.
ages that go to the camp?
Our day campers are from 4 to 14. When they turn 14, they turn into CITs magically,
What
which
is
are
a CIT?
counselors in training. And then
Oh.
our sleepaway campers are 8 to 16.
Okay, so how old is the oldest camper?
16.
16.
Yeah, 16. And then they turn into, hopefully, junior counselors and senior
Okay,
counselors.
then they become something else.
We like to
Yeah.
home grow our staff.
We like to have people come all the way through the process, be campers, then counselors in training, be a junior counsellor, really learn the trade, and then become a counsellor and work with us.
Okay.
So
And then sadly, they move on and become teachers or
Oh.
occupational
Yes.
therapists or speech therapists or
Camp.
social workers, counselors.
not all of us are lucky enough to be at camp all the time.
Right.
Right.
So we do lose them to like real jobs.
Yes.
So if you go to camp long enough, you get a job. Is that what you're saying? Because that sounds like a good deal.
Well,
try.
there are generally good opportunities for people to gain employment during the summer, and we employ people for the after-school programs and for our vacation camps. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That you
Yeah.
want to impress us in the summertime so that we'll hire you at after school.
Okay, well that sounds great, and they're all professional frog catchers by
Yes.
the
Exactly.
time they get to you. I think we even have more photographs,
All
so
right.
let's look at them.
The same skills for frog catching or kid wrangling as well.
Oh, okay. Now,
Oh, yes. So we just got a new employee. Her name is Megan, and she's like an outdoor educator. She was a farmer. She's amazing. And she had a contact with a beekeeper. So she brought the beekeeper in to our middle school after-school program, which happens at Camp Herrlich. And she taught the kids about what it means to be a beekeeper, all like the ins and outs of the trade. He let them try on. He didn't bring any actual bees with him, but he did bring like the honeycomb and the beekeeping suit and
okay,
lots
so
of
those
photos.
are two different honeycombs there?
I don't know.
You weren't there that
I
day.
wasn't. I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there. I
You
just
either,
didn't listen.
Scott.
I believe the one on the right is like the wax, like the bees wax.
The
and
brown
the other
one?
is the lighter coloured one is the
okay.
wax.
And the other one's the cone where
Yes,
they live?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong on that. I'm not a
You
bee
could
expert.
be. You could be wrong.
Yes.
Well, we'll check our sources.
Yes.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Don't hold him to it.
We have a large research.
Yeah,
You
someone-
do, yes.
someone
We'll
could get
turn it
on-
over to the
Someone
team.
could get on that and check it. I
Someone
reckon.
get on that right away. And then, of course, we have more photos, I'm
All right,
sure.
let's keep
Yes, we
rolling.
have so many things that we do.
That's interesting.
So this is again sleepaway camp. It's one of the most popular evening activities. So every evening we bring all the kids together and do one big activity. One of the most popular ones we do is our fashion show. So each group we split the kids off into 4 teams, and they get given a bag full of cardboard and garbage bags and wrapping paper.
Clean garbage bags.
Yeah, and they have to make a number of costumes for the kids, and we create a catwalk, and they walk down the catwalk and show off their
And is that what we were
costume.
just seeing?
That was what we were just seeing, yeah.
Well, that
the
didn't look like garbage bags and cardboard
know.
to me.
Exactly.
So what are they, magicians?
Yeah.
They are so creative.
So talented.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we have more
Yeah.
slides.
Let's get them.
Oh.
Yes.
Swim fun.
Yeah.
Well,
We
and
have 37 or so activities that we rotate the kids through during the summertime.
Okay.
So it's a lot. We have a lot of things to do. We try to have something for everyone, everything from arts programming to adventure programming to nature programming to using the property, archery, high ropes, so many things. Tea building activities, and then of course like the big group games that are themed.
Right.
Like they just did a dinosaur hunt, counselor hunt, dinosaur themed counselor hunt where the junior counselors hid in the woods and the kids had to go find them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were dressed like
Well, no,
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
They were dressed in bug spray. Basically.
Okay, so let's go back to the photos, because I know there's more.
Yeah, so you saw archery in there,
Yeah.
we saw boating in there, we have kayaks as well for the older kids, we have a 3-sided climbing wall,
Yeah,
we have 2
I
zip
thought
lines.
there was a photograph of the climbing wall, but
What do they have? They have hockey sticks. They're going to play hockey
Yeah.
on the basketball court. That's a team building activity where they all have to stand up together as a group. It's harder than you think it is. And I've never tried it with 4 people.
They-
I
It's
do
a little
it with
happy
2,
about it.
maybe.
That's the
These
high
These
five.
are just friends.
Yeah,
Good
just-
friends.
Yeah, that's actually a counselor and a camper who really connected last summer.
Well, you know, that's what you do at camp. You make a lot of friends, and friends you have forever, really, sometimes
Yes.
at camp. This looks a little smoky. This is where they
Yes.
set the forest on fire.
So this is actually a thing we do called a color run, where they use it's dyed cornstarch powder, and you throw it, and it's all brightly colored.
It's almost an Indian thing,
Yes,
right?
yeah, it's based on
Holi.
Holi, the Festival of Light. So it's
Do you
a
do
lot
it
of fun.
around that time, or you?
No, we just do it in the summer, and everyone wears white T-shirts, and it gets all the coloured powder all over it, and then you can keep the T-shirt at the
It's
end.
so much
and
fun to get dirty.
Yes.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? So that's what's
Yeah.
great
That's
about
part
camp.
of the camp experience.
You know, I'm almost sure that wasn't our last one. All right, here we go. I know we
Oh,
have a photo.
hello.
So we do have a petting zoo that we actually have all year round, and we keep animals all year round. So we have chickens and pigs and sheep and ducks, and
We're pretty lucky right now. Our chickens
yes.
are laying delicious eggs.
Ooh.
yes.
Yeah.
So what happens in the winter? Who takes care of them?
That would be myself predominantly. Yes, yes. So I'm looking after.
And Megan, our new hire,
Yes.
Megan as well.
Oh, that sounds like fun, Scott. I'd love to take
I
care of a
I love
beautiful
working
little
with the animals,
lamb.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now we have a picture of a building almost built. Tell me what this is.
So this is our new Herrlich Education and Retreat Center. We are, as you know, a nonprofit, and we are always doing more with less. So our buildings have been around since the 50s. Our resources the people we serve have grown so much since that time that our resources are really stretched always.
Okay.
Give us a roll of duct tape and a stack of cardboard and we can make you a castle. But we need better resources to serve the kids and grown-ups even who come to camp. So over the last 26 years, our past executive director, Bob, raised money with our board of directors, with our staff.
26 years?
It took 26 years to raise the funds for that building. Wow. Yeah. So it's a 4,800 square foot building. It's complete now. That picture was from,
I wish I had a
don't know,
picture
March
of
or
the.
so.
a couple of months ago,
Yeah, a couple months
Have
ago.
you moved in? Or?
We're working on it. They're working on it literally right now, getting the electricity up and running, and the Comcast in there, so we can have, and Verizon, so we can have our internet and all of that. But the bottom floor is going to be wide open space for indoor programming. Top floor is actually some sleeping dormitories, 3 big ones and 1 small one for leadership
great.
staff.
But does that mean that people won't be able to sleep in those little log cabins anymore?
Oh no! So in the summer we will be still using the cabins because it's part of that camp experience. But it opens up a lot of opportunities for us for year-round programming to offer, more sleeping for weekend retreats and outdoor education when it's
Right.
too cold to use the cabins.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrific.
It just lets us have more
And
capacity.
Okay, well that's really good to hear, because that means if I come for a retreat or something, I'll be in a nice cozy room.
A brand new,
with
spanking new dorm.
a bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Correct.
a real bathroom.
Real
Yep,
bathroom.
yep,
Okay, well this is going to
Yeah.
be great for you guys.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
So happy for-
definitely.
So again, we talked about that you're a nonprofit, and that you can make beautiful gowns out of cardboard
Yes,
and
we can.
Yes.
plastic bags. And so if people want to donate, they can do it on Facebook, right?
Facebook or our website. Yeah, it's campherlich.org, has a donate button on there. Our Facebook page, you can do, actually we're connected with the Facebook fundraising kind of section.
So easy to give on Facebook when you just press that donate button.
We also have like an Amazon wish list.
We
so
do.
people
That's
can go
really
on
fun.
And people can buy like specific like sports equipment or you know, various things that we need for the kids. It can be sometimes pillows for our sleepaway kids that haven't, you know, came and haven't been able to bring any bedding with them. So things like that.
And that's online shopping.
Yes.
So there's nothing more fun.
Yeah.
So if you just search, actually our like nonprofit name is Mount Tremper Outdoor Ministries. That's what you would search on Amazon. You can also grab it on our Facebook page too.
Okay, very good. Any fundraising events coming up? Or
We do. In the fall, we have our most fun event, in my opinion, which is it's called Uncorked and on Tap.
Ooh.
It takes place in October. That again will be on our website as soon as tickets are available, and it's wine and beer tasting.
Is it at the camp?
It is not at the camp. It is at Putnam County Golf Club usually. It's probably
Okay.
back there again this year.
Okay.
Big silent auction, big live auction.
Well, now you could
so
have it
fun.
at the camp at your new spot.
We could.
Yeah.
I think we're even a little too small.
Yeah.
That new building's even too small for
For
that event.
that,
Because
all
that
right.
event,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Time
We
to
do
start
have-
raising money for the next building.
Yes.
yes, hopefully not 26 years worth.
Exactly.
So we're out of time.
Oh,
So if there's one thing you want people to know about Camp Herrlich,
it's that camp changes lives.
right.
For anyone that goes, if you're there one day, if you're there 10 days, if you're there 10 years, it will change your life.
Life-changing experience.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming on Locally
Thank you.
Sourced.
Thank you.
And thanks to our crew who comes faithfully every week. Yes.
Thank you,
Give a
guys.
hand for
Thank
the
you.
crew. And thanks for people who view the show. So that's it.